So what is going on, everyone? This is Fabi here. Today I'm going to talk about something non-gaming related, and I'm going to talk about today's Apple event, in which they are most likely going to review the iPhone 5 and some other things along with the iPhone. But of course, with Apple, you never know, so don't expect me to tell you exactly what they're going to review, as that is not going to happen. No one knows what they're going to review except for Apple, and so it's kind of a secret little thing. But if you guys don't know, I'm a huge Apple fan. I loved Apple ever since I bought my first iPhone 3GS, which is still my main phone right now. And I love it, but my iPhone 3GS is pretty old, so I'm going to upgrade to the iPhone 5 whenever it's going to be released in my country, which is probably two weeks after it's going to be released in the United States of America. And so I'm really looking forward to it, and I kind of want to tell you guys what I'm really expecting out of this new iPhone. And my first expectation, my most important thing that is going to be in the phone, I think for me, is the battery life of the phone. I hope it's going to be much better, because with each and every smartphone you cannot brag about its battery life because it's not really great. Each and every smartphone kind of lacks in this sort of area because the batteries have not really evolved as much, I think. And the huge screens that are putting right now into these sort of smartphones are really eating up that battery really fast. And I hope that Apple can sort of, find a neat little balance to. I just want my phone to last 2 days when I'm playing quite a lot. Not playing non-stop, but right now when I'm playing a little bit at school, stuff like that, my phone lasts for about a day. I want that to be extended to about 2 days, and I would be just super happy if Apple could be able to do that. But my second most important thing, for me at least, is a new revamped screen. I'm not talking about the resolution. The resolution on the Retina display is just fine, or the pixel per inch actually is just fine, but I want it to be a little bit bigger. I want a 4-inch screen. I think that's about the sweet spot for a smartphone. I don't want to experiment into the 5-inch sort of screen size, because that is way too much for an iPhone. And I sort of want them to still keep the Retina display, the over 300 pixels per inch. That would be pretty perfect for me. And the third most important thing for me, at least, is I want them to upgrade the memory, the RAM memory, to 1 GB, as my current iPad, the iPad 3 has 1 GB of RAM, and the iPhone 4S only has 512 megabytes of RAM. And what that pretty much gives you is you are able to have a lot more open apps at the same time. So let's say you can play you can play 2 games at the same time and still have your iPod running, your Safari app running, and maybe even, let's say, your Facebook app running. So that is great. And whenever you switch from an app to another, on older devices it used to lag a little bit. It used to take up some time to load. Well, if you have a lot of RAM, those apps will still stay in the memory and they won't need to load anymore. So that's a lot faster. A lot more RAM means a lot more snappier device, and I think that is great. But the most fourth important, or not the most fourth, the fourth most important thing for me, at least, is the camera. And I'm not talking about the back camera. That is just great. 1080p at 8 megapixels, that is just great. I don't think that it's an upgrade. But for most YouTubers, especially with me, I would like to go into the vlog kind of world, and a front-facing camera, 720p camera, would be just very much appreciated. And I would love for them to do that, because as of right now, the front-facing camera on the iPhone 4S is a VGA camera, which is definitely not enough for today's vlog standards on YouTube, especially. So an upgraded camera would be just great. And now some other things that I'm probably going to release at this September 12th event is probably going to be some new iPods, some new iPod Nanos. Maybe they might as well just go back to the old kind of look of the iPod Nano, which is a little bit taller and without a touchscreen screen. And without a touchscreen. And what I'm really looking forward to as well is the iPod 5th generation. It's probably going to be about the same as the iPhone 5 in terms of upgrades. Better battery life, much more faster, bigger screen most likely. So that's going to be quite nice as well, especially because the iPod didn't get any sort of refresh since 2010, I think. So that's probably really anticipated, and they might as well also, play a little bit with the Macs, update the iMacs for a little bit, not update the iMacs for a little bit, but refresh the iMac lineup, and they might as well just put the Retina display on the 13-inch MacBook Pro. That's what the rumors are saying, because the 15-inch has the Retina display, and it's really crisp and sharp, and I love it. But I don't think that they are going to release the iPad mini at this event, because that would be just way too much of information or devices into one event, and I don't think that's what Apple wants from this event. But anyways, guys, remember to like and favorite, subscribe to my channel, and peace out, guys. Peace. By the way, the event is at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So 10 a.m. Pacific time, and yeah, peace.